Oh, now what's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Y'all get ready to come on in the room. We're going to get ready to kick this thing off. I got a great show for you tonight. And I'm going to be dropping some serious science. We're going to be talking about time and your merchandise. How to properly use your time and schedule your time. And how to get people to buy your merchandise. But there are some things that you got to do in order to make it all happen. Let's get started. Welcome to Plugged In, ladies and gentlemen, where I plug you in with all of the information that you need in order to make you successful. To where you can get to the point to where you can hashtag fire your boss. You can hashtag fire your boss and live life on your own terms, how you want to do it. There is no better way and no better feeling in the world, ladies and gentlemen, to where you can fire your boss. So if you guys are wanted to know more about it, hit the hashtag fire your boss, and it's going to bring you straight to the page to where I can show you how you can fire your boss and live life on your own terms. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to this one thing that a lot of people have a problem and a big issue with. And one of that issue is time. So this is a two-part podcast. I'm going to give you information on both ends, but let's start with the time first, because a lot of clients of mine have over the years, the biggest issue, especially when we started laying out a plan for them to start their entrepreneurial journey, the biggest thing, or the biggest pushback is, Muhammad, I don't have time to do all of this. Now, here's the biggest misconception, ladies and gentlemen, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have the same time. I am on no different of a time schedule than you are. The one thing, the major difference between a lot of entrepreneurs and successful business owners, and even your millionaires and your billionaires, the heavy hitters of the world, we utilize all 24 hours of the day. You'll hear a lot of terms when people start talking about making money while they sleeping. That's because they took the time before they went to bed to get everything set up and lined up in a row. So when they lay down, they can sleep easy because they already know that they have something working. And so when they wake up, they already know. Then you can look at your payroll sheets and you can see money coming in. So time. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. There's no exclusionary rule to that 24-hour time frame. So what we have to do, and what I'm going to show you today, is how to break that time down so you can have time to work your own business, set yourself free, put yourself in the motion to set yourself free, and then get to the point to where you can fire your boss. Now, most of us, we work on the 10-hour. Well, if you're in an industrial plant, when I was working in the plants, we work 10-hour shifts. So that's 10 hours out of that 24-hour time clock that's already gone just for work. But I'm going to show you how you still have time on your boss's time to work your business on your time. Then that leaves you only 14 hours left. Now, another big myth or misconception that's told or taught to a lot of us is you need 8 hours of sleep, which none of us get 8 hours of sleep anyway. Now, some people take advantage and get more than that. They spend way more time in the bed than they do anywhere else. But when you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, 8 hours of sleep is 1/3 of your day that is gone to nothing. 1/3 of your life is spent in the bed. Excuse me. 1/3 of your life is spent in the bed, sleeping. So that only leaves you with 16 hours left. Now, if you were on an 8-hour time clock at your job, that's 8 hours that's gone. So you have 8 hours left for family, worship, leisure, and relaxation. So that takes up a 24-hour time clock. But when you repurpose your time frame, you will find that you have a lot more time to get your work on your business and get your business running, up and going, to where it will start making money while you're doing something else. Now, let me show you that. Show you this. Let's just stick with the majority of the people that come across my page, or the majority of the people that come across my ads or my promotions about business are working 10-hour shifts. Some of you nurses are out there working 12-hour shifts. So let's just shoot the gap and stay the medium. We're not working with 8. We're not dealing with the 12. We're just going to shoot the gap and deal with the 10. Now, 10 hours, you're at work. Every 2 hours, you get a break, whether it's a 10-minute break or a 15-minute break, and then you got your 30-minute lunch. In those 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, you can be posting your content. In those 10 minutes, you can be creating your content. 10 minutes, you can do a live or you can do a recording of yourself if your content is based on things that you are talking about. You can put 10 minutes in there. It don't even take the whole 10 minutes, because when you know what you're talking about, it automatically becomes fluid. Because 1, it happened to you, and 2, you're giving personal testimony. So you can say a lot in 30 seconds. A 30-second reel is all that you have to post for your content. When you build that up, then they'll give you a whole entire minute. You don't have to go live every time you go on break. So, but what I'm telling you is, you can take that time, record you a 2-minute or record you a 30-second reel, put the information out there, go back in. You still got 9 minutes and 30 seconds to chop that down and edit it, which that's only going to take about 2 minutes. And then you can post it. Still, you haven't even finished your can of Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. You still got plenty of time to do that. You can literally get all of this done before you finish a 12-ounce soda. Huh? Think about that. But people say all the time, man, I don't have time. All right. You got 10 hours on the work. That's leaving you 14 hours. Now, that means you have to take time from these other 2 entities that you're dividing your 14 hours up with. That's 7 and 7. So if you divided them up equally, you're still not getting 8 hours of sleep. You're only getting 7 hours of sleep, because you're going to put 7 hours in with the family, faith, and leisure. Leisure is TV. You might want to go play cards or dominoes or something like that. You might want to go out and work with the little children on riding the bicycle, or going in the backyard throwing the football or the basketball, or having tea parties with your daughters. I get it. So that means we got to take some time from these separate 2 entities, because 10 of those hours are to the boss. Now, so I teach my clients, all you need to do is work your business 4 hours a day. That's not 4 hours straight. That's 4 hours total time out of 24 hours. Those 4 hours consist of you creating content, posting content, doing product research. If you're writing a book, putting that time in to write a book. I'm going to get to that in a minute, because I'm going to tell you guys how you can get a book done, recorded, and edited in less than 30 days. And it's up and running for sale. I'm going to get to that part in a minute. But if you're writing a book, you're taking that time to do that in between out of these 4 hours total. And that still leaves you 5 hours for sleep, 5 hours for family. Now, if you're working a 10-hour job, that means you're going in at 6 and you're getting off at 4. You're going to come in, eat supper, try to watch a little TV, engage with the family, blah, 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 blah. Now it's time to go to bed at 9. So look at it now. 9, maybe 10. So from 4 o'clock, take you 30 minutes to get home. Now you're going to start eating supper around about 5:30-ish, before 6, by 6. Some of us don't even eat on a regular time schedule like that because our time is so sporadic already. And this is what I'm getting to, repurposing the time. So now, while you're sitting there eating at 5:30-ish, before 6, then you got from 6 to 9 to interact with the family, the wife, and watch a little TV. 2 of those you can do at the same time because you can have family time. Everybody in the house is watching TV. And now this is not like yesteryears. Back when I was a kid and we only had one TV. We only had one TV. And then by the time my father came in off work, we had to watch what he wanted to watch. Unless he was outside working on somebody's car or something like that, or tinkering out back in his shop. That's the only time that we can skate and watch, Knight Rider, Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, shows that we like. Because we know when he came in, it was going to be Chips, Beretta, Starsky and Hutch, Columbo, Matlock. And that was stuff that we weren't interested in. But what I'm telling you is, we found a way to work our time around my father's time. And this is the same thing that you have to do in order to get your business up and running and going. It's the exact same thing, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to take 4 hours. And that's 4 hours collectively out of the whole entire day. So you still got 5 hours for the family, 5 hours for the rest. Well, now I got to get at least 6 hours. Okay. So that means you're going to take an hour from somewhere. You can't touch the job. You got to work them 10 hours. There ain't no way touching that. So now that brings it back around to, I got to work my business while I am on the job for the boss. So every time I get a break, boom, I'm sitting there working and building my content right there on the phone. I'm working in the posting it. Boom. I'm out there in the parking lot shooting my live videos. You guys can go back through my news feed and you can see all of my content where I was walking around the plant recording live videos with my phone. And then now 10 minutes is all I had. So 10 minutes, I done created content, got it all edited and posted before my 10-minute break was even over, before I even finished the can of Coke. So when people say they don't have time, you got to create and move and adjust things in order to create time. Because my grandmother and my mother used to tell me, you do what you want to do. If you want to do it, and if you want to eventually leave this job, and if you eventually want to start working for yourself and living life on your own terms, you will find the time. How do we know people can find time? Some of you who are out there watching this, you found time to go Christmas shopping out of all of the other stuff that you had to do, because you're on the same time that you were on in the month of October. You're on the same time that you had in September, August, July, June, the whole entire rest of the year. 24 hours haven't changed, ladies and gentlemen. So, but you found the time to go shopping, to spend money that's not bringing you any money back. So what if we redirected that thinking, and we found the time to invest in our business to bring money in instead of spending money out. Everything that you bought, ladies and gentlemen, for this holiday season is a liability. Think about that. A liability. A liability is something that you spend money on that's not bringing you any money back. A liability is something you're spending money on and it's not making you any money. We've talked about this in other podcast episodes to where we talked about when you start your business, now you can take your vehicle, your car, your truck, your SUV, whatever the case may be. You can sell that to your business, and then that liability, before you sold that car to your business, that car was costing you money. You was paying the truck note, or you were paying the car note, and you're paying the insurance, and you're not getting nothing back off of it. Majority of people don't even know that you can claim your gas. Ooh. You can write off your gas. When gas was high as all get outside, the federal government last year was paying 74 cents a mile. But by you not having a business, you filling up your gas tank $60, $70, $80, and you weren't getting none of that back. This is why we teach you, listen, you have to find the time to learn what people have already been doing for years, and they getting money back, coming back to them. So you can take that vehicle, sell it to your business. Now, by you taking the time to find out how to do it, that became that liability became an asset. Children want all types of gifts this year. Just think about those $200 pair of Jordans. Liability. Them Jordans is not making you no money if you're not buying them to flip them. But then you still got to take the time to find out what size and what number Air Jordans that people are paying the most money for. So again, that costs you time to find out. Oh man, I got them retro 11s in the closet, and people paying $600 or $700 for them retro 11s. I don't even know. I'm just throwing out some numbers out there because I don't keep up with that. And we're going to get off into that too in the second half, talking about merch. So I'm just throwing out a number, the 11s, the 13s, the 10s, the 8s, whatever number they are. You have to take time to find out what was being spent. Now you take that time and you say, hey, look, I got a pair. It's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, in your business. You don't have to have a product. I teach my students all the time. We can find something. I actually teach my clients, listen, we take what's trending, and by us finding out what's trending, what's going on, John? Hey man, we teaching people how to set themselves free, brother. Not even teaching, just giving people, just plugging in people with the information that they need in order to set themselves free. I can't set nobody free. But when we teach people, when we show people that, listen, you don't even need a product. You don't even have to have an existing business. You don't even have to have an existing product. I'm going to show you guys just how quick and easy this is. About how to find the products and how to create a business just this fast where you can make money off of it, and not only make money off of it, but it's a residual income that's going to be coming on like clockwork. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. This is how I coach, and I'm just giving y'all some free game right now. I'm giving y'all some free game on how easy this is to turn around and create a business. Now, you guys can see my screen. Let me make sure this is popping up. All right, this is TikTok. TikTok is your best source of information, because why we use TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, why we use them trending. And what we do, we come on here and we type in trending products. This is all that we do. 2022. We'll get to 2023 later. TikTok does all of the work for you. This is as long as it takes to do product research. Now, these products here, ladies and gentlemen, is what people on social media are spending their money on. Look, it does all the work for you. These little necklaces here, this stuff right here been around for years. I remember we was doing this in high school when I was in high school. But all you would have to do is come in here. You see what's moving. This is the top. This is the number 2. The number 2 selling product on TikTok. These named necklaces. Now, the second phase of what we do, if I was teaching somebody or showing somebody how they can create and start their own business, this is not something that you want to do forever. This is why a lot of us who are drop shippers or social media marketers, we don't sell this stuff forever. That's why they call it trending products. This is what is trending at the moment. So during this holiday season right now, people are spending ample amount of money on these little name necklaces. Now, I've been doing this long enough to know that this whole entire video here was created on the app called Canva. How do I know that? Because I use Canva myself. You guys can go back and look through all of my, I'm going to say look through all of them, but you guys can go back through and look at some of my videos that I post, and you will see these same little stars and these squiggly lines and all of this stuff, because we as online marketers or social media marketers, we all use the same thing. This video was probably downloaded off of either YouTube or probably downloaded off of Alibaba or AliExpress. You can pull that video off, post it onto your Canva, and put up the words and all of this stuff. And she typed in her website at the top, and then she hits shop now. Now, the remarkable thing about this and how easy this money is to be made, this product, let's go back over here again. This product is so easily being sold that it is number 2. Look at this. Here it is up here, the top trending products that are being sold on TikTok. And this little necklace is $2. Now, here's the great part about this. I'm going to break this down for y'all. I'm going to show y'all just how easy this money is. So when we go in here and we click onto her website, oh, now I got these products already. The little, well, I don't have this screen cleaner, but I can get these. I can get these. This little gadget right here is the number 3 selling product on TikTok. Now, TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, has over 6 million followers. There are 6 million people on TikTok. And this little gadget thingy right here that cleans your glasses, your cell phone, your Apple Watch, and whatever other product that you have that has a screen, this is number 3. Now, let me show you just how quick. That'll get into. That'll make us get into something that's going a little long. But just to show you guys, this is how easy it is for you to have a business and for you to be making money. Thank you for tuning in, Yvette. So when you see stuff like this, and it doesn't take a lot of time. When people tell you from the offset that they don't have time to set themselves free, that's telling me 2 things. After doing this for over 7 years, it's 2 things that it comes down to. 1, their fear. The fear is 1. And 2, they don't want to change what they're doing. Now, as a coach, you can't get mad either way. because jumping into something that's unknown is always going to cause a little hesitation. Now, a good coach, which I would love to say, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to say at me, what I do, once you start showing people that they do have the time, first thing that I do is I identify what they really want to do. And I ask this one question to all of my clients. If time and money was not an issue, what would you really be doing? If you had the time and if you had the money, you can't sit up here and tell me that you want to be at these folks' job for 10 hours. That's not what you want to do. We work a job to provide an income for us to pay our bills. We need to break that frame of thinking because wealthy people don't make money to pay their bills. I'm just telling you what God loves, and he don't love nothing but the truth. Wealthy people do not make money to pay their bills. They make money to live a lifestyle that they want to live. They want the boats. They want the yachts. They want the private jets. And then even when you look at the deeper understanding in it, to having the jets, the Bentleys, and the boats, and the yachts, and all of that stuff, and the condos, and the big mansions, that's not just to be boasting and bragging that you got a lot of money. It's a sense of this is what I've been working for. It's a reward. When you look at things that money is a tool, ladies and gentlemen. Money is a tool. Let me tell you how it's a tool. When you spend $20, most of us just spend $20 and that $20 is gone. It ain't coming back. We as regular people, at one point in time, I thought the same way. I spend my money for pleasure, not to bring anything back. When I bought myself a nice suit, that suit made me feel some type of way. I wasn't getting no money off of it, but I spent a boatload of money on it. When I went out and bought those Kennel Coles or those Kohan shoes, it made me feel some type of way, an emotion. When wealthy people make money, it's not an emotion involved. It's a strategic plan that this money that I'm spending out, so if I'm going to spend this 20 going to bring me back 40. Or this $20 is going to bring me back 100. Now, if I'm dropping, if now for average person don't have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 to invest in something. So what I teach people is, listen, go this route, build your income, build you some motion going, get the ball rolling. Because once you start to moving and then you do it on a consistent basis, it becomes second nature. So now, don't talk yourself out of it by saying, one, I don't have time, and two, I don't have the money. It's a daunting task. Everybody always talk about chasing the bag. Most people don't even know what a bag is. real talk. A bag, a real bag, if you've ever been in the bank when the Brinks trucks come or the Loomis trucks out there, a bag is $100,000, 100,000. That's a bag. Them bank bags. I ain't talking about them little blue little Ziploc things that that ain't a bag. A bag is the one that got the lock on it that can't nobody get in there but the other bank or wherever they taking the money to, because you got to put a key in that bag. That's a real bag, and that bag is $100,000. So when people, one, we got to know what we're talking about when we get ready to talk about it before we even do it. Now, it's a daunting task for any, even the clients that take my program or take my course. It's a daunting task, and I tell them to get rid of that frame of thinking. How much money, second question, how much money do you need to make in order for you to walk off your job? And I tell them, don't tell me. I tell them to write it down. That's none of my business. Whatever that number is, the purpose, one, is for them to physically see what it's going to take for them to leave. It's my job to put a plan together as a coach. It's my job to put a plan together so they can meet that goal. Oh, man, I need to make $100,000 a year. You making $100,000 on your job? Oh, okay, if that's true, I'm going to try to help you get there. Now, I also tell my clients I can't do anything that I haven't done myself. I can't tell you how to be a millionaire. I can't tell you how to put six figures. I haven't hit six figures. I can tell you how to put 5, but I can't tell you how to get 6. But if you can get 5 to get 6, it's easy. All you do is do the same thing that you did to get the 5. So instead of trying to make $1 million, I tell them, or instead of trying to sell a product, because people want to jump into the game and hit a home run and sell a $1,000 product. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. What we do in this game of social media marketing is we play the numbers. And let me give this breakdown real quick, then we're going to jump on the merch. There's 380 million people in the United States of America. There's 4.9 billion people all over the planet Earth. Now, in a perfect world, if we had a dollar product and we sold to all 380 million people, you would be a multi-hundred millionaire. You would be in the $300 million range. That's not going to happen. So when people have that frame of mind, well, I'm going to be the dollar store of the internet. No, you're still not going to get there. Because it's a lot of people out here that don't shop at Dollar Tree. If that was the case, Dollar Tree would be a multi-billion-dollar company. It don't work that way. It's the same way as everybody don't shop at Walmart. Some people don't like Walmart. They'll go to Target. Some people don't like Target. They'll turn around and go to Sam's. So you have to understand how this number system works in order for you to understand how much time to invest. Now, the first thing that you have to do is once you identify the product or the service that you want to provide, now you have to find your audience. And that takes time. Now, it doesn't take a work shift time, but it still takes time. So the short way to do that is we go right back to Google. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right over here and we're going to type in Google. And I've taught this on several times. Now, I'm just going to take my, actually, let's go right back to TikTok because I'm going to show you something. This is how we know my business is what I teach people on is it's going to make me have to I'm going to click on to, there we go, right there. Now, this is how we find out what people are into. Now, my platform is motivational, inspirational, small business owners, teaching people that, hey, look, the regular person can still, I teach replaceable income. My goal is in what my strategy and my plan is not, even the way my platform is set. Now, if you get rich using my system, great. All praises due to Allah. Great. But what I thrive to push my clients to is, let's replace your job income to where now you have freed up them 8, 10, and 12 hours from working for a job. Now, if you did that work in 4 hours, if you set yourself free and replace your job income on 4 hours worth of work, imagine what you can do with 8 hours. Ooh. Oh, man, somebody put some claps on that. If you can build your brand and your company up on working 4 hours, you now match your income at the job. Imagine what you can do now. This is the point that when I start teaching my clients, look, don't quit your job until you've matched your income. So let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, your income is $70,000 a year. And now you're moving $70,000, which is very easy to do. To tell you how much money you need to make every day is simple mathematics. $70,000 a year. You divide that by 365 days. That tells you automatically how much money you need to do a day in order to make $70,000. Now, there are going to be some days that you're going to double that amount. Some days you're not going to make anything at all, but you at least have a number and a goal in your mind. This allows us to know when to turn it up and when to let it ride, because we know our number. Now, I'm just going to give y'all these numbers real quick, just so you know just how much money that is. Ooh, man, y'all making me go in the bag today. But check this out. $70,000, and we're going to divide that by 365. That's $192 a day. $192 a day, roughly $200. So now I have a goal. So now the next step is to find a product. To find a product. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take that $192. This is how we do this. $192. And we're going to divide that into 10 hours. That means you got to sell $19.20 per hour for 10 hours. You see how easy now it's starting to become realistic to hit that $70,000 goal. So if like with my t-shirts, I just launched some new t-shirts. You guys can see that on my platforms. I need to sell one t-shirt, I need to sell 10 t-shirts a day. 10 of my t-shirts. I don't care which one you buy, but I know now I need to sell 10 t-shirts. Now, the reason why that's an easy mark to hit, because my shirts are up for $24.97. So I'm already over my goal of $19.20. I'm already over that. Everything over $19.20, that's just extra gravy on the biscuit, ladies and gentlemen. It's all mathematics. So when we going on to little cheap, I'm not gonna say little cheap, but like when we going back on to TikTok, that little window screen cleaner, I can guarantee that product is either $14.99 or $15.99. And it's the number 3 product. The little necklaces. They probably selling those necklaces for $29.99 because they got your name inscripted on it. They selling them for $29.99. Now, you're playing to your audience, which is how you find your market. So now let's get back to this. I'm going to show you how I find my market, because my platform is built around motivation, inspirational, fire your boss, live life on your own terms, small-time business owners. So the majority of my posts or my content is based on motivation. But let me tell y'all the numbers. It's 24.3 million people that are searching for motivation every day. If it wasn't, this is how we know this number right here. It tells us exactly, it tells me exactly who my audience is. I got 24.3 million potential customers right there. Now, again, in a perfect world, if I sold one t-shirt to all 24.3 million, whoo, sweet baby Jesus in the manger, I would be filthified. But it don't work that way. And I'm not going to set myself up. So when I don't hit 24 million, I won't be discouraged. So what I teach, cut this 24 million into a rational, reasonable number. I come all the way down to 50,000. Huh? My target audience is 50,000 people out of 24.3 million. Now y'all see how the game works? Now, when you sit back and do the math now, let me pull this up again. My target audience is 50,000. 50,000 times 24, hold up, back that up, 24.98. That's $24.98. I just hit 1.2, I just hit 1.25 million. Just off of 50,000. I hit a millionaire status off of 50,000. You don't go after all 24.3 million. If you hit that, God bless you. He was showing up shining on you. Even if I don't hit the 50,000, look, if I hit 50,000 sales in a year, which is a rational, that's a reasonable number. That's a reasonable number. 50,000 in a year, not in 1 month, not in 1 day. But again, using the mathematics that we've already used, I'm gonna see how many shirts I need to sell in a day to hit 1.2 or $1,250,000. And we're gonna go right back to the same equation and then divide that by 365. Boom. I need to sell. Nope, that's not right either. Oh, I told y'all wrong. 125 million. And then, yeah, divide that by 365 days. I need to sell, that's selling 3,424 shirts. No, that's selling $3,424 a day. Now, if I divide that by the $24.98 per shirt, $24.98 per shirt, I need to sell 137 shirts a day. Now, the reason why, again, these numbers are highly obtainable and highly possible is because I got 6 million people on TikTok alone. That's 24 million that likes motivation. They're looking for something motivational. And my shirts are all motivational quotes or motivational sayings. But even if I don't hit, I started the motion because I took the time to find out the research and get the numbers of what I need to do. So cut that 24,000 in half. I mean, that 50,000 in half. All I need to do is sell the 25,000 and I still made 600 grand. Is that more than the $70,000 you made in a year? Yes, it is. That's how we play this game. Now, imagine going back to that little necklace. Because this thing is tripping me out. Because they were selling these things at Claire's Boutique back when I was in high school in the 80s and in the 90s. They were selling this stuff back then. Now, that's the little window cleaner. Now, imagine, let's just stick right here because this is interesting. And I like this product. I like this product. One, it solves a problem. People cleaning their screens, getting all the fingerprints off. So your laptop, your iPad, whatever, you can use it multi-purpose. And then they got this cool little thing in there that you can see. They got the little spray trigger on there. So whatever the solution is, I like this little product. I might add this. But anyway, even at $14.99, if you sold to 100,000 people $14.99, the average person will break $20. We already know that because this is the #3 product that's selling on TikTok. So, and then they're probably doing a 2. If it's $15 a piece, that's $30 for 2. They're probably doing a sale and saying 2 for $25 if you buy it right now. That's what I would do. Or buy 3. So you can get 3 for $30. $15 discount. That's how I would work this. So you can get one for you, your husband, or you, your wife, and your child. You just spent $30 on 3 gifts, all in one while. Now, multiply that within 30 days. No, let's just not take 30 days. Let's just know about the total number of sales. If you sold 1,000 of them, simple math, 1,000 times 30. And I bet you $1 to a dime, this product is coming from a manufacturer overseas that they're probably only spending $2.60 on. So look at your margins. You're making $13 profit for each one. Here's the greatest part about our business and what we do. I'm going to get back to y'all. Here's the greatest thing about our product and what we do. We don't have to buy all of this stuff and house it in our house. This is not Amway. This is not Tahitian noni juice. You ain't got to go out and buy crates and crates of Tahitian noni juice or kombucha juice or LOC or Static Clean. You ain't got to buy all of this stuff and house it in your house and hope that somebody will buy it and sell it. You can sell it. All you do, ladies and gentlemen, is post your content. You post your content, and then you let the people hit your website. They order it, and then it's gone. All because you took 4 hours out of your day to build everything that you needed to build, put everything in motion. And then it's no telling. Now, when they talk about making money while you sleep, this product stays on your page all the time until you delete it. The only time you would delete it, ladies and gentlemen, is when it stopped making money. But then you don't delete it. You move around to another product. It still has not cost you one dime. All it cost you was 5 to 10 minutes to post it. Now, let's get up to the second one, number 2. If you guys have any questions, man, don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section, and I'll show you. Right now, I'm running a promo special right now on learning this game and learning this business. I'm running a promo for $97, which I'm coming down. I dropped a whole $100. You saving $100. Regular price is $197. I done dropped the 100, came all the way down to 97 to teach you how you can do the same thing that I do and millions of others. You can scroll through TikTok and see how many people are selling this stuff. Selling it and making money off of it. We are not in the time frame of people being broke. If you are broke in 2022, it is strictly and solely voluntary. Can't say that enough. If you don't want to be broke, you ain't got to be broke. All right, let's go to merchandise, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about merch. I'm going to tell you a funny story. Let me stop sharing this. Funny story. Yesterday, well, first part of this is confession time. So I must confess. Yesterday, I wasted absolutely 5 hours of valuable time watching Love and Hip Hop Reunion. I know. I need y'all to pray for me, man. I need all the prayer warriors to pray for me because I wasted 5 hours. 5 hours stuck on Love and Hip Hop Reunion. Lord, no, I lost brain cells. I can't get them back no more. I can't get them back. Oh my Lord, little poor Carly, whatever, Carly Red. Oh Lord. Oh, Lord. I wasted 5 hours of valuable business time. See, that's wasting time. I should have took those 5 hours and been doing some product research and working on my business to bring in more business. See, I can't get them 5 hours back. Love and Hip Hop stole 5. They ain't stealing. I gave it to them. Love and Hip Hop, I gave them 5 hours of my very valuable time yesterday. And then a business partner of mine, or a business associate of mine, called me up. He said, "Hey, man, what you doing?" I said, "Man, I've been waiting for somebody to rescue me from Love and Hip Hop." He said, "Well, come on, man." He said, "I want to take you out and we're going to eat. We're going to chop it up. Meet me up here at the little restaurant." So I drive up there, meet him at the restaurant. We sitting there, we talk business and talk ideas and stuff like that. See, that's what business people do. Business people talk ideas. Broke people talk about problems and stuff. That's the difference. People who are wanting to make money and change their condition and change their life, they talk other ideas. They bounce ideas off of each other. That's when you start knowing that you on your way to being an entrepreneur. There is a world of difference, ladies and gentlemen, between an entrepreneur and a wantrepreneur. See, there are a lot of people who want it, but they're not going to do what it takes to get them from being a want-trepreneur to an entrepreneur. And you know what? I see this video all the time that come across on Instagram. Entrepreneur means I did that by myself. Entree. When you look up the word entree, it means one. It means one. So, we up there in the restaurant, and I'm rocking my merchandise. You guys always see me having my own merch. Either live life on your own terms, living my dream and loving life. I always rock my own merch. If you don't wear your own merchandise, how can you expect anybody else to spend their hard-earned money on your stuff? You can't be mad at nobody for not buying your stuff if you don't wear it. You know where I got that from? Shaquille O'Neal. People can say what they want to about them Dunk Man shoes. Oh, man. Shaq got these shoes called Dunk Man, which not to be confused with Air Jordan's Jump Man. But the one thing that I top my hat off to Shaq on is Shaq wear them ugly shoes. I don't buy them because they just ugly. Ain't got them to do with the price. And he had a Reebok contract to where at one point in time, his shoes was $120, $140. And Shaq, he told the story several other times. It's a great, funny story. Because it was this lady in the hood. She couldn't afford the shoes, and her son wanted to play basketball, and she was complaining to Shaq that, "Hey, look," she said, "I can't afford these shoes on my income." First thing Shaq did, Shaq went and bought the boy all the shoes that he wanted of the Jumpmans before he left Reebok. Now, I think Reebok still makes them, but he went back to the negotiation table and said, "Hey, look, we're going to pull these out of Foot Locker and Foot Action and Champs. We're going to pull them out of there, and we're going to put these in Walmart, and we're going to put them at a price to where the parents can get it." Now, power business move. Again, playing the numbers. Playing the numbers. Shaq has sold over 60 million pair of them Dunk Man shoes through the avenue and the retailer Walmart. 60 million. Somebody do the math on that. 60 million at $24.99. Because that's how much them shoes is. I think some of them, the bigger the size you get, I think the most expensive pair is $34.99. But he sold 60 million pounds. So shoot the gap in between the middle, and we're going to say from 24 to 34, we're going to shoot the gap and put the middle at, and we're going to say for $28. $28 times 60 million. That's how you win in this game. The more you build your brand, the more you build your name, then you can start increasing better product, better quality product, and then you can start creeping in higher price. Now, Grant Cardone teaches a course in his Cardone U system to where he said you have to figure out a way to increase prices every year. That's the only way that you're going to be able to offset inflation. You're going to be able to offset the tax increase and to offset the price, even if you hit a recession or whatever, is not too high of a price that you can't bounce back and not lose money, but you have to find a way to increase pricing every year. Another main reason is that because everything else around you is increasing in price. Look at Dollar General. Dollar General stuff was $1 for at least 25 years. At least. That's how, not Dollar General, Dollar Tree. That's how they became Dollar Tree. Everything in there was $1. The products was crappy, but you knew it was $1. It got to the point that Dollar Tree had to find out a way. They didn't have to find out a way. They just made the way and told you it's $1.25 now. You can get it or not get it. You can complain or not complain. But look how many years you bought it for $1. And then they snuck it in under this disguise and said, we only increased it a quarter. But play those numbers. Play those numbers. Just a 25-cent increase times 500,000. And that's nationwide products sold. I believe they selling 500,000 products nationwide. And that's probably a day. So when you multiply that 25 cent times 500,000, ladies and gentlemen, that's $10 million off of a quarter. A quarter. No, somebody check my math. Ooh, check my math. Do that right. 500,000 times 25 cents. I want to make sure I tell you right. 500,000 times 0.25. $125,000. $125,000 extra that they've made on top of the dollar that they've already made. So this is how we play this game. But anyway, we go back to merch. So we're in the restaurant and we're sitting there eating and people ear hustling because we're talking about business. And, you know, we just really in our own little world and we bouncing ideas and stuff back forth off each other. And I'm showing him some statistics and stuff that come off of social media. I shared that with you guys the other day on when you, how you know you start getting paid off of social media. Go back and listen to that podcast or watch the live stream on YouTube. I showed everybody when social media sends you that email or sends you that message, that means you got some money coming. And that lit a fire up under me because for a minute, it had them slow down a lot. But then they sent me that notification and said, hey, look, we got some money for you. So I did a whole podcast on that. So go back and watch that. I'm going to show you, I explain to you how you even become eligible for that. So, but as we get ready to leave, I'm walking out and a man said, hey, excuse me. He said, where did you get your shirt from? Did you buy it from a store or did you get it offline? That's why that's why not we, that's why you should wear your own merchandise all the time. Nike is not going to give me any money. I don't care how many Nike outfits you done bought. They ain't never sent you a check. I don't care how many Air Jordans you have bought. Michael Jordan is not going to send you a check. I don't care how many pairs of Levi's you have bought. Levi is not sending you a check. And you can refer as many people. Oh, man, I bought these at Foot Locker. Foot Locker is not even going to give you a check for sending somebody else to go buy another pair of Jordans for Michael Jordan, who ain't going to send you a check either. But the man said, I said, it's on a website. Now, here's the thing, because you got to know how to play the game. And I felt that if I had apparently he liked my shirt because he asked, where did I get it from? So he wants to get one too. Huh? I said, you know what? I said, it's a website. It's a page on Facebook. He didn't ask me what my name was. So again, you got to know how to play the game. I said, it's a website called Book RDM Online. That's why we have to be careful with the names that we choose for our business, because it was a white gentleman. Now, if I had told him hood gear number 27, he wouldn't have never bought that. Because we got to pay attention to the names that we name our businesses. I want my merch to be sold to everybody, because money, the only color that I know is green. I want white people, Asian people, Mexican people, Hispanic people. I want everybody of all nationalities to buy my product, because it's a universal slogan that we all can relate to. And he was like, he said, but what does that mean? I said, it's a motivational page that the guy teaches people how to fire their boss. And he was like, I don't understand. I said, well, it's just like when you quit. But you're not quitting your job to get another job. You're quitting your job and working your own business. And he was like, you have your own business? I said, yes, sir, I do. And he was like, what's that website? What's that page again? I said, he's on all social media platforms. Look at that. I'm talking about myself in third person. He's on all social media platforms. It don't matter what platform you go to. My merch is on all of my platforms. So, and I told him, go to Facebook. It's under Book RDM Online. And he was like, okay, great. And I'm seeing him looking it up in his phone. He's looking it up in his phone right then. Now, he didn't buy it last night. Well, no, today is Monday. This was Saturday. He didn't buy it Saturday. But when I woke up this morning, I had a sale. Now, was it him? I hope so. But I'm not sure, because I didn't get his name and he didn't ask me mine. But I had a sale. All from wearing my merch. I wear, anytime I leave my home, I'm rocking my merchandise. Somebody is going to catch it, like it, and ask. Even down to my leather business. When and I'm still doing leather work for anybody who's interested or think I haven't or I think I stopped. No. I wear my own merch, my wallet, my credit card holder. That's my product. So when I pull my cards out to pay for something and they see that Python snakeskin card holder, it's a conversation starter. Hey man, I like that. Where did you get that from? Oh, it's a shop called Premier Leather Crafters. They on all social media. You see how this works? My belt. I don't cover my belt up. Well, one, I'm old school. I don't have my shirt hanging all out my britches. I tuck mine because I'm proud of my work. I'm advertising my work. I am my own walking billboard. Soon, coming soon, you guys are going to see the Premier Leather Crafter shoes. I'm going to be making my own shoe line, y'all. Why would I spend $80, $90, $100, $200 with somebody else when I can be putting out my own merch, which is one of a kind? Can't buy them. I don't make duplicates. You guys know my leather business. I don't make two of everything. One, that's bragging rights. Look at the business model. I make one of a kind in my leather business. That means you're the only person in the world that got them. Now, unless my customers or my clients tell me to make two, I don't make two. Now, well, man, how do you know you ain't duplicate? Because I take pictures of all my stuff when I post it. You guys have been following me and watching me grow over these past 7 years. I post pictures. So when somebody say, "Hey, look, I want a pair of them shoes like you posted right here with whatever color I may come up with," I was like, "Sir or ma'am, I don't make duplicates." Now I can give you the same color because you can't. I can't trademark a color, but the patterns and the print, that's going to be completely different. This is when I go into the conversation. Well, tell me some things that you like. That's what makes that business profitable, or that's what makes that business successful, is because that design has something close to the person who bought it. Now, the color, I can do the same color, but the pattern and the design is going to be completely different because it's going to be for you. This is how this game works, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I would like to thank everybody for chilling with me, man. This hour, I didn't mean to go this long, but I wanted to show everybody exactly what you can do by rocking your own merch and redirecting and finding the time to set yourself free. You have to find the time. You have to not find it. You got to make it. Time is already there, so it's not lost. You got to make it to where you make the time to run your business so to set yourself free. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you guys for chilling with me, as always. And I got to get back to the work, to the grind. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in and plugging in. We'll plug you in with the information you need in order to make you successful. If you guys are interested in taking the program, please don't hesitate to hit me at 256-438-9344. Text the word "get started," and then I will actually call you back and we will put a plan together. Don't take the 5-minute consult. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.